Hi everyone, welcome to today's Polo and Lifestyle Talks. I'm super excited. Today I have a very special guest here, Isabel Juby. She is the CEO and founder of the African Safari Tours, and I'm super excited to speak to her today. So I will invite Isabel now. Welcome to our Polo and Lifestyle Talks, Isabel. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm also very well. Thank you so much. I will put my camera a little bit up. So excited for today's conversation because I think also what you do, and we will talk about it now, it's super exciting, and I think more people have to hear your story, you know.
Yeah, we're excited to chat to you as well.
Yes. So your travel agency, it's like one of the world's leading travel agencies for the equestrian safari tours, right?
Yeah, so we're kind of the biggest agent now, particularly for horse safaris in Africa. So we specialize in horse travel across Africa. So we do our traditional safaris, which are either kind of set departure trails or lodge stays. We also do working holidays where people come and stay, for longer, kind of 2 weeks to a month. So yeah, we do that, and we not only work, we always do horse safari, but we can also book non-riding add-ons. So we also have Victoria Falls and Cape Town and things like that.
Oh, that's nice. Good to know. And like, how was your beginning, like, before you did the African horse safaris? Like, what lead you to that?
So I grew up in the UK and first came out to Africa on a family trip to Namibia when I was about 16, and I really loved it. And then when I went to university, my best friend from university was from Kenya, so I started going out most summers and spending the summer with her in Kenya. And so then when I left university, I've ridden my whole life, so I've always loved horses. And so I really wanted to do a horse safari, but having just left university, I didn't have the budget to do it. So I thought, okay, maybe I can come out and work for a horse safari company. So I was only supposed to be in Botswana for 2 months, and yet 8 years later, I was still there. So I worked with horses for 4 months in Botswana, and then I worked with horses in Malawi. And then it was in Zimbabwe that I met my business partner, and we started African Horse Safaris. And that was, 8 years ago now. So the business has kind of grown from there. But I've just moved back to London, but I spent 8 years living in Zimbabwe and South Africa.
Wow. I think that's just a big contrast, right, from the UK and there. Like, how is it for you now, this change?
Yeah, I mean, it is a big difference for sure. I think it's so work-wise, it's pretty easy because it's only an hour's time difference.
Okay.
It does mean I've just got back from a trip to Namibia, and I'm going again to South Africa in a couple of months. So it's okay. As long as I can go back, 3 or 4 times a year, I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's nice. And what also is super excited, you recently launched your African Horse Safari Foundation, right? So maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So obviously the company's been going for 8 years now, and the foundation was actually something we really wanted to do in 2019, and we had everything, the groundwork laid, and it was ready to go. And then of course COVID hit, and so we had to just scale back on anything extra, and we just kind of, we, like everybody, we just survived, and we went on pause for a couple of years. But now, we're back and the business is booming. And so I was like, right, now's the time to launch the foundation. So the idea was that we wanted to give our travelers a way to give back when they go on horse safari. So on behalf of every single one of our travelers, we donate to the foundation. And then the foundation itself supports initiatives that our teams on the ground support. So most of the rides that we sell are family-run rides, and they're run by, you know, families and people that have been in those areas for many, many years. And so they know where the money can be best spent. They know that the initiative, you know, they know the initiatives where that are going to work the best. So rather than us, you know, try and work that out, we rather raise the money to help donate to those chosen charities. So we choose 4 each year, and then we raise donations through our travelers, and then we're hoping for it to go further and, you know, start maybe doing some charity dinners and auctions and raise even more money for these initiatives. But we only launched last year, so it's still, you know, we're just getting going, but it's very exciting.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic concept, like that you choose like 4 different ones. And this is always like another charity and not like only like one. So this is a very good concept.
Yeah, and so one of our chosen charities this year was the Namibia Wild Horses Foundation, which is why I was just in Namibia now. So we have these incredible safaris in Namibia where it's a 10-night kind of endurance trail, and you cover about 300 kilometers of desert. And the scenery is unreal, just like 360-degree views everywhere, an amazing amount of space, so much opportunity for good gallops and to go fast. Like, it's really great riding terrain, like, you know, the perfect arena, but as far as you can see kind of thing. And you sleep outside every night under the stars. So each day you move from A to B, covering sort of 30 to 50 kilometers depending on the day, and then you tie your horses on the picket line and you sleep under the stars, and it's the most incredible experience. And so this year I got to do it, and I took with me our first ever donation that we're able to give to the Wild Horses Foundation. And so we rode all the way 300 kilometers to where they're based to hand over the donation in person.
Wow.
So that was a very cool experience.
Wow, that's really unique and an amazing experience. Wow. That's unbelievable. And like to have this kind of adventure and experience is like one of a kind.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I would definitely encourage anybody that, you know, anybody who hasn't been to Africa, you've got so much to look forward to. And a horse safari is honestly one of the best things you can ever do. And so it's nice now that we're allowing people to have these incredible experiences, but also give back at the same time as doing that.
Yeah, exactly. What do you recommend, like when someone comes like the first time for a horse safari, like do you recommend like 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks? What would you recommend?
So really, the first thing we normally find out from people is what is their riding experience. So then that will tailor what we suggest for them. So if you're riding in areas where you can come across big game, so that's elephants, lions, and buffalo, then you do need to be very experienced. So the horses aren't naughty, they're not going to buck or rear or run off, but you know that you need to be able to control them in a situation if you need to turn quickly and get out of somewhere, and just feel confident in the saddle. So what we would do is establish, you know, what riding experience you have, because as I say, we've got rides for all different levels. And then usually it's a 7-night trail is often a good one for people to join, particularly if they're a solo traveler, because then you join a group of people all with a shared interest of horses, which is really nice. You meet really awesome people, and you do the whole trip together. So from the minute you land, you meet your group, you've got 24-hour support throughout the trip until you go back and are dropped at the airport at the end. So yeah, that's the bonus of booking with an agent, is we phone you, we chat to you, we work out what it is you want, and then we can recommend the exact ride for you, basically.
Oh, that's amazing. Fantastic. And what are your plans for like this year also for the foundation? Do you have something coming up or in plan?
So we've got to hand over our 3 other donations. One actually done yesterday. So one of the other charities is the Waterberg Rhino UK charity, and so which is against anti-poaching for rhinos. And one of the team was there yesterday handing the donation, surrounded by rhinos, which was a very cool. So there's photos to follow today of that. And then another of the team is going to be handing over the check in person in Kenya, and someone handing over in Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. So yeah, we've got our kind of 4 charities covered for this year, and then we're going to start fundraising, you know, for the next 4 the following year. So I think we're going to try and do some sort of auction kind of as we get towards the end of the year.
Oh, nice. Really nice. And are you planning this also then to do like in the UK in Namibia, or like only like one place?
So I think we will, if we do the auction, it'll probably be either in the US or the UK.
Okay.
That seems to be where most of our travelers are. But yeah, we'll have to have a think of ways, or maybe we'll try and do something online. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We've got lots going on in the pipeline, because we've also got a bunch of new rides that we're working on at the moment. So we're finding our working holidays are very popular, where people come for 2 weeks to 3 months.
Oh, wow.
People looking for a break and to do something different and just spend longer in Africa. And we've got a couple of new options in Kenya that we're working on for doing this, and a couple in Namibia actually. So yeah, there's lots going on to kind of keep us busy for sure.
That's exciting. So really, really nice to hear. And it's like one of your passions, right? I can hear this.
Yeah, I mean, I've ridden my whole life, so my family were never horsey, but I came home from school one day when I was 8 and said, oh, you know, I'd love to go horse riding, and then I would work at the stables on the weekend in return for a riding lesson. Up doing a lot of dressage, some jumping, lots of mainly out riding. And then just to, you know, I'm so happy for the company to be where it is, because it means that we get to, you know, live our dream jobs and share Africa with all of you guys. Share experiences.
Yeah, that's so nice. And have you ever visited a polo match?
Yeah, so I played a bit of polo when I was at university, and got quite a bit of polo in Kenya and in Zimbabwe. So we actually in Zimbabwe we have a place that we sell that has polo and safari, which is quite cool. So yeah, I was never very good at polo. I was always better at the riding part, so I was usually had to take the players rather than the but I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. And I played actually a lot of polo cross when I was in Zimbabwe, so I do know of it. But yeah, we need to get some of your polo teams out here.
Exactly. Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be great for you guys to get a group together and come out, because it's so much fun when you can get kind of 8 of you come out and experience something like that.
Yeah, we definitely should plan this. Yeah. It was it was so great to chat with you and to get to know you and your brand and what you're planning. Like everyone, when they want to get in contact with you, like what's the best way? Through the website, Instagram?
Yeah, either. So Instagram, if you message us, we have a team that will answer you, get you any information that you want. So Instagram's probably the easiest, but also on our website, I can give you maybe the email that you can put in the caption or whatever. But yeah, messaging us on Instagram is often the easiest way if you found us.
Okay, great. I will leave the details down below in the description box. Yes. It was such a pleasure to speak to you today.
Yeah, agreed. Our paths have crossed over the years.
Hopefully to meet one day in person.
Definitely. We'll have to get a group together for sure.
Yes. Okay, and have a nice day, Isabel.
And you. Thanks so much.
Bye.